Hello everybody, welcome into another lesson. Today we are going to talk about solving inequalities by addition and subtraction. So we have an inequality here. We have n plus 4 is less than 9. Really, you kind of solve these the same way as you would an equation. Just like you would if n plus 4 were equal to 9, you're going to solve it relatively the same way. Same idea, you want to get n by itself. We have a plus 4, you need to do minus 4 in order to get rid of that 4 and get n by itself. But like an equality, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So we'll have n plus 4 minus 4 is less than 9 minus 4. Left side, 4 minus 4 is 0. You just got n by itself. N is less than whatever 9 minus 4 is, which is 5. So the answer is n is less than 5. And sometimes you'll also be asked to graph this on a number line. We're not going to do that. But we did do that yesterday, how to graph inequalities on a number line. So see that lesson if you're unsure. But you got n is less than 5. How you check it, if you put in any value less than 5, like say you put in 4 or 3, you'll get a true statement. If you put in 5, you would get a false statement because n's not equal to 5, it's just less than. So there's ways to check it. And I got more. Alright. We got t plus 7 is greater than 12. So we got t plus 7 is greater than 12. Well, we still want to get that t by itself. We have a plus 7, we got to do a minus 7. So we'll have t plus 7 minus 7 is greater than that 12 minus 7. So on the left side, 7 minus 7 is 0. You just got t by itself. T is greater than whatever 12 minus 7 is. Well, that'd be 5. So in this case, you would get t is greater than 5 for your answer. And you stick in any value greater than 5 into this inequality, you'll get a true statement. Alright, we got p minus 5 is greater than negative 3. So p minus 5 is greater than negative 3. Again, we want to get the p by itself. You have a minus 5. You need to add 5 in order to get rid of that minus 5. So we'll do p minus 5 plus 5 is greater than that negative 3 plus 5, because you got to do it to the other side too. So on the left side, negative 5 plus 5 is 0. You just got p, which would be greater than negative 3 plus 5. That's positive 2. So p would be greater than 2. Alright. We have negative 3 plus z is greater than 2. So we got negative 3 plus z is greater than 2. Well, you can use the commutative property of addition and switch the z and negative 3 around, which is what I would do. You would end up with z minus 3 is greater than 2. That's the same as z plus negative 3, just z minus 3. Okay, now you have a minus 3. You want to get rid of that minus 3 and get z by itself, so we need to add a plus 3. Whoops, I'm forgetting to switch colors. So we'll have z minus 3 plus 3 is greater than 2 plus 3. Alright, well, on the left side you have minus 3 plus 3, that goes to 0. You'll just have z by itself is greater than 2 plus 3, which is 5. So the answer you would get is z is greater than 5. Got about 5 more problems, then we're done for the day. Alright. Negative 13 is greater than or equal to x minus 8. So we got negative 13 is greater than or equal to x minus 8. Well, it would probably help if we switched to have the x minus 8 on the left-hand side and the negative 13 on the right. How we do that is we put x minus 8 on the left. You got to flip the sign from greater than or equal to. It's going to be less than or equal to negative 13. Because if negative 13 is greater than or equal to x minus 8, that means x minus 8 is less than or equal to negative 13. So now we got this equation in a way we can work with. Alright, so we have x minus 8. We want to get x by itself. We'll have to add plus 8. So x minus 8 plus 8 is less than or equal to that negative 13 plus 8. So on the left side, negative 8 plus 8 is 0. We just got x by itself. That'll be less than or equal to, what's negative 13 plus 8? Negative 5. So x is less than or equal to negative 5. That's exactly what you would get. So in these types, if you have the number first and then on the right side of the inequality, the variable expression, you can switch them around by putting the variable expression on the left and the number on the right, and you just flip the sign of the inequality. That's all you got to do. Alright, another one. We got negative 32 is greater than or equal to a minus 5. So we have a problem just like the last problem here. We have negative 32 is greater than or equal to a minus 5. We want to put the a minus 5 on the left and negative 32 on the right. So we can do that by putting a minus 5 on the left, flipping that greater than or equal to into a less than or equal to, and then the negative 32. And as I say, you think about this logically, if negative 32 is greater than or equal to a minus 5, that means a minus 5 has to be less than or equal to negative 32. So now we got this in a format we can work with here for the inequality problem. Well, we have a minus 5. We want to get a just by itself. We have minus 5. We need to do plus 5. So we have a minus 5 plus 5 is less than or equal to negative 32 plus 5. Well, on the left side, negative 5 plus 5 is 0. You just get a by itself. That would be less than or equal to negative 32 plus 5. That's negative 27. So the answer is a is less than or equal to negative 27. All right, 3 more. Three is less than or equal to 1/2 plus a. Alright, so 3 is less than or equal to 1/2 plus a. Well, first thing I would recommend again, switch this around to where the 1/2 plus a is on the left side and the 3 is on the right. So we put the 1/2 plus a on the left. You got to flip the sign from less than or equal to greater than or equal to 3. Because if 3 is less than or equal to 1/2 plus a, that means 1/2 plus a is greater than or equal to 3. Now, if I were you, I would use the commutative property of addition with that 1/2 and a, switch those two around. So you'll get a plus 1/2 is greater than or equal to 3. Okay? Now the goal is we want to get a by itself. Well, we have a positive 1/2. We need to do a minus 1/2. So you'll have a plus 1/2 minus 1/2 is greater than or equal to 3 minus 1/2. Well, on the left side, 1/2 minus 1/2 is 0. You just have a is greater than or equal to, okay. We know 3, if we wanted to make it a fraction where we have a denominator of 2, 3 as a fraction of 2 is 6/2. 3 is equal to 6/2, right? Then we'd have minus 1/2, which would put us at then a would be greater than or equal to 6/2 minus 1/2. We would get 5/2. So a is greater than or equal to 5/2. That's the answer you would get. A is greater than or equal to 5/2. Two more problems. Four is greater than or equal to s. I believe that's minus 2/3. Yes. 4 is greater than or equal to s minus 2/3. Well, once again, I'm going to recommend we switch these around to where the s minus 2/3 is on the left side. But we'll have to flip that greater than or equal to sign into a less than or equal to sign. Then we'll have 4. So s minus 2/3 is less than or equal to 4. Now we got this into something we can work with. So we have minus 2/3 on the left. We want to get rid of that 2/3, get s by itself. So we have to add 2/3. So we'll have s minus 2/3 plus 2/3 is less than or equal to 4 plus 2/3. Alright. So on the left side you have negative 2/3 plus 2/3. That just goes to 0. You have s by itself is less than or equal to that 4 plus 2/3. How can we make that 4 into a fraction with a denominator of 3? We know 12 divided by 3 is 4, right? So that would be the same as 12/3 plus 2/3. Because 12 divided by 3 is 4, so you got 12/3 plus 2/3. Now you'll get s is less than or equal to 12/3 plus 2/3. That'd be 14/3. And the 14/3 doesn't reduce any further. So s is less than or equal to 14/3. That's the answer we get. Alright, we got one last problem. We got negative 3/4 is less than w minus 1. So we got negative 3/4 is less than w minus 1. Well, what we're going to do, again, switch a w minus 1 and the negative 3/4 around. So we'll have w minus 1 on the left, but that less than sign is going to become a greater than sign. It's greater than negative 3/4. Now we got the inequality in a format we can work with. So we have w minus 1. We want to get w by itself. You have to add a 1 in order to do that. So w minus 1 plus 1 is greater than negative 3/4 plus 1. Well, on the left side, negative 1 plus 1 is 0. You just get w by itself. W is greater than, okay, so we have negative 3/4 plus 1. What is 1 as a fraction of 4? 4/4, right? 4/4 is the same as 1. So you got negative 3/4 plus 4/4, because we want to get the same denominator in order to be able to add these. So You have negative 3/4 plus 4/4. Well, that turns out then W is greater than negative 3 plus 4. That's positive 1/4. I forgot to switch colors, but oh well. So W is going to be greater than 1/4. That's the answer we would get. I'm assuming everyone is okay enough with fractions by now to be able to do this. That's why I didn't explain fractions in gory detail, but if you do need help, please see my previous lessons about adding and subtracting fractions and all that. I do have videos explaining how to do all that, but since we're getting higher up and towards the end of pre-algebra, I'm assuming everyone's okay with being able to add fractions and know that 1 is 4/4 and so on. But so that's it for solving inequalities by adding and subtracting. Next lesson, we're going to solve inequalities by multiplying and dividing. And at which time, we're going to find out something very interesting if you have a negative sign in inequalities. So stay tuned for that. I hope everyone has a good day. Take care.